Hi everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is the MBTI personality type assessment of Tom Cruise. Again, when it comes to the 16 MBTI personality types, they can be grouped into four main ones. The first one are sensor judgers, the second sensor perceivers, the third intuitive thinkers, and the last one intuitive feelers. To me, Tom Cruise is a sensor perceiver, and I will explain why. Again, I have some notes on screen so I don't miss anything. Thomas Cruz Maputo IV was born on July 3rd, 1962 in Syracuse, New York. He is now 59 years old. He's an American actor and producer. His mother was a special education teacher and his father was an electrical engineer. And unfortunately, Tom described his father as a bully who beat his children. He has three sisters and he grew up near poverty, so it was difficult growing up financially for that family. Cruz spent part of his childhood in Canada, and he attended the new Robert Hopkins Public School for his 4th and 5th grade education. He first became involved in drama in the 4th grade, so it was an early passion of his. And in 1974, his mother left his father, taking Cruz and his sisters back to the United States. And in 1978, his mother remarried. Cruz's father died in 1984 of cancer. And Cruz actually, for a brief moment, wanted to become a Franciscan priest, but he was expelled because he was caught drinking and also was interested in acting. In total, he attended 15 schools in 14 years, so there's a lot of instability there. And in his senior year of high school, he played football as a linebacker, but was cut from the team because he was caught drinking beer before a game. He went on to star in the school's production of Guys and Dolls, and in 1980 he graduated from high school. At the age of 18, with the blessing of his mother and stepfather, Cruz moved to New York City to pursue an acting career. He starred in many critically and commercially successful films such as Risky Business, Top Gun, The Call of Money, Rain Man, Born the 4th of July, A Few Good Men, The Firm, Interview with the Vampire, Jerry Maguire, Magnolia. As an action star, he played Ethan Hunt in all 6 Mission Impossible films. He also starred in science fiction and action films such as Vanilla Sky, Minority Report, The Last Samurai, Collateral, War of the Worlds, Night and Day, Jack Reacher, Oblivion, Edge of Tomorrow, The Mummy, and he has received various accolades for his work, including a Golden Globe Award and 3 nominations for an Academy Award. He is one of the highest paid actors in the world. His films have grossed over $4 billion in North America and over $10.1 billion worldwide, making him one of the highest grossing box office stars of all time. In 1993, Cruz partnered with his former talent agent Paula Wagner to form Cruz Wagner Productions. Cruz is noted as having negotiated some of the most lucrative film deals in Hollywood. His current net worth is about $600 million. Cruz has been married to actresses Mimi Rogers, Nicole Kidman, and Katie Holmes, and he has been divorced 3 times from all of them. He has 3 children. 2 of them were adopted during his marriage to Nicole Kidman, and they are fully grown now, and the other of whom is a bachelor daughter with Katie Holmes. Cruz is an outspoken advocate of the Church of Scientology and its associated social programs, which he credits him helping him overcome his dyslexia. In the 2000s, he sparked controversy with his church-affiliated criticism of psychiatry and antidepressant drugs, his efforts to promote Scientology as a religion in Europe, and a leaked video interview of him promoting Scientology. So if we look at Tom Cruise's life, it is typical of sensor perceivers. So his interest in acting was earlier on, so in fourth grade. So he started with school production in terms of theater and things of the sort. And although he came from a humble beginnings, he was able to really rise pretty quickly. I mean, he started only like in the late teens, getting work already, and very quickly he became an A-lister. So you'll see that with most sensor perceivers, when they decide to follow their passion and they are talented, they usually do very well financially. The other aspect also, if you look at the breadth and how many movies he's been involved in, it's pretty impressive. And also how successful it's been in terms of like when you make a movie, there are so many factors that would make or break, in terms of reaching the public and really being appreciated. I mean, it's the fact that he's been able to sustain that. I mean, he's almost 60 years old and he started when he was in his late teens, early 20s. So this is a really long career, stable, and I mean, he really works really hard to make really good movies. The other aspect also is that Tom Cruise likes to do most of his stunts, especially with Mission Impossible. I mean, it's pretty out there. I mean, yeah, I mean, you have a couple of stunts that are maybe too extreme that he doesn't do, but I mean, he has been able to do that throughout. Obviously, like he started in his like 20s, 30s, 40s. Now he's in his late 50s, and he still is very much involved physically in his movies like that. So he's someone who likes this sort of adrenaline rush. What is interesting with Tom Cruise, if you look at early footage of him, he is someone who's rather gentle and soft, and then over the years he became more and more controlling, and not only in terms of his business deals most likely, but also in terms of his private life. So I think that Tom Cruise probably has had a number of things maybe behind the scene that made him that way, but also I would say that based on his body language and how he spoke about his different wives, Nicole Kidman was most likely the love of his life. And you actually see a difference, like say early on when he was married to her, and at the end, I think they were married for about 10 years. So after the divorce, you see that Tom Cruise is not the same. Like there's a sort of the light has gone off of him, I would say. So we see sort of a different side of him. But earlier in his career, there was a gentle, even people were talking about that. I know that Cher, I think, had dated Tom Cruise when he first arrived in Hollywood. And she was saying that how, polite and sweet he was. So something might have happened over time. So I would say that again, he's a sensitive perceiver. The fact that he is very much an actor and he likes to produce movies as well. He's someone also who likes to push the envelope, trying to try different types of topics and genre of movies. And he has done very well. So that's pretty much what you will see when it comes to sensitive perceivers in terms of their career choices. The other aspect is that whether or not he is a masculine versus feminine energy, I would say that Tom Cruise comes across more as a masculine energy. So the other part I find really interesting is that how physical he is. I know that sensitive perceivers generally tend to be good athletes, but he really takes it to a whole new level. So I would say that he's someone who seems to be really interested in cars and motorcycles and stunts and things of the sort. So I would lean more towards to be a masculine energy, but he doesn't seem to be the really hyper. So he's not in the public, although obviously he's very recognizable as an international star, but you don't see him posting videos about himself all the time, or he likes his privacy. So interesting, I would say that Tom Cruise comes across to me as most like an introvert that way. So he likes to spend time, maybe with one or two individuals. He was saying that also he's rather close with his siblings as well, so he keeps close ties with them. So I would say that he's probably, based on these characters, an ISTP, and ISTPs are dubbed the mechanic, and I would say that fits well with Tom Cruise, sort of like hands-on, very sort of like interested in stunts and all the sort of like technical aspect when it comes to his movies. So again, I would say that Tom Cruise is most likely a masculine sensor perceiver, but also an introvert. But I think that emotionally, there's something a bit off, or maybe there's some things that we don't know that happened behind closed doors that made him over time being maybe more controlling of different aspects of his life. So let me know if you agree or disagree with this personality type assessment by commenting below. If you like this video, please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.